Hey, happy Saturday night, Dream Team. How is everyone doing? So I was sitting here thinking that right now, Saturday doesn't ever feel like a Saturday. And obviously, most of the time, most people would be outside of the house doing stuff or, busy with their family or working. And I was kind of thinking that I could probably start doing something regularly. Hey, Rose, like on a weekly basis, if maybe like once a week you guys can submit questions and I could answer them, and then like maybe even in the comments, or we could do a Zoom and we could kind of help each other, just like a way to like brainstorm and collaborate. So I'm trying to think if that would be best to do like Zoom or just do live sometimes, but I think that would be something we all could, just because we all like could give feedback and just kind of like, because I get a lot of great ideas from you guys, and then so I kind of use them and then I share, and then I see you guys. I saw a lot of you doing the porch pickup. First off, I want to show you my new Manny. So I'm using this time to perfect my nail fee game. I've been working really hard on getting the solids on. I've used to always wear glitters. So I still have like a little bit of gel polish underneath. I do think lives are good though. Yeah, like you said, because people can go back and watch. So for what I was thinking for lives is like maybe have a form that people could fill out with questions. And then I can pick a few and then just go over that like on a weekly basis or something. But anyways, I do want to jump on because there was a lot of questions. So I posted this morning about doing the porch pickup and posting it on my personal page. I do think like a lot of times, and this is for me, we kind of just assume that our people know what we're doing, that we offer it, or we just may like say it like privately or like with a VIP local customer. And so like the idea of, letting our personal page know that, hey, no, like I am open for business. Like, obviously we have to say we're safe right now, but I'm open for business. Like, you can come by and pick these nails up at any time, or I can ship them, and just making it as easy as possible, but letting people know that aren't, in your VIP group. We have to always consistently keep doing that. For one thing, like when we make a Facebook post, not everyone sees it at that one time. So you're like, oh, I already did it. And, just be very cognitive of when you make the post. Cause I know like, I used to like be like up at 1 a.m. and I'm like, okay, let me see if anyone wants samples. Of course, if I'm posting about it, like only a small group of people are up at 1 a.m. are going to see my sample request post. And if no one comments under it, it kind of gets lost in the Facebook world. Thank you. I did my toes too, and this was like, and I've been, a stylist. It would be like 3 years in July, and I don't think I've done a solids on my toes for like years. My feet are not pretty, and I do not want to embarrass myself and show them, but like I did the same idea with the polka dots, and I'm pretty proud of them. So anyway, so like, being very intentional about what we post on our personal page and when. And, if you see a teammate post something, just kind of comment underneath it, like either something like a little heart or something to just kind of help bump it up in the Facebook algorithm world. If a new person like says, hey, I'm sending out samples, and if they sell Color Streak, they're on this team, just show them a little bit of love, like in the comments, so it bumps it up like at all. Or like if you see a Facebook friend that's a Color Street stylist post anything, just comment a little something underneath of it to help everybody out. Because if we do that on our personal Facebook pages, it will start to show. But like just being really we're not going to be spammy, but being very intentional about like what we post and when, because like we can make a post for samples, but it gets like lost in the Facebook, and if like people don't comment on it like right away, it's just gonna go, no one's gonna see it. I also want to say, like, what was it? The 3rd? Is today the 3rd, right? Or is it the 2nd? Or is it the 4th? What's the day of the day? What's the day? Is it the 4th, guys? Or is it the 3rd? I am so lost. Don't have a calendar. Whatever day it is, this morning when I woke up, it's the 4th. Okay. 3 full days of the month, we had $800,000 in volume when I woke up this morning. So if that doesn't tell you, and I've had other people, other leaders reach out to me, if that does, and like the amount of people that have already bonus qualified this month, that have already brought on new team members, is amazing. So yeah, people, you know, are struggling, they're frustrated, they're in their house, but we are booming. It's crazy to me, like, you know, following, you know, the numbers and stuff, just realizing that we're staying busy, we're having fun, we're getting new people. So I did that porch pickup post today on my wall, you know, just making sure that my customers know that I do. Everyone can run their business differently, but I do keep sets on hand. Carry them around in my purse. I have shopping where people can come and shop, but I realize that, you know, that's something that only my already customers know. I don't talk about it a lot. So let me offer it, you know, making sure that my personal page knows it. People can share, people can comment. And I did, because of my Linktree, and people are like, what is Linktree? What is Linktree? I've talked about this before. There's a bunch of different ways. It's a free program, but like making the Linktree and putting everything nice and clean there. So I have one link. I bought a domain. It was like $12, www.brittanymetke.com. And someone clicks on that. It's on all of my, I'm going to show you guys. I'll be right back. Back again. No, so it's super easy. Okay. So I have one website. It's not numbers. It's super easy for me to show people, and I have it on everything. Brittany Metke has my phone number, brittanymetke.com, right? When someone orders, I throw them in a thank you. Says Brittany Metke. I can write a little note on it. These, you know what I mean? And everything, when I post my little stickers, whenever someone buys a set from me, I have these stickers. They all say www.brittanymetke.com. I put the label on my catalogs, my set. And what that does is it's so easy for me to tell people. It sends them to that link. What does it say when they go to brittanymetke.com? Well, they can request a free sample if they haven't had one before. They can request the newest catalog. They can order now through Porch Pickup, and on my Porch Pickup sheet, I actually have it where they can pick for shipping too, just in case someone stumbles it. It also has a link there for my online website, for like when people want to do that. Let's see, it has an application video. So when someone goes to brittanymetke.com and it says how to apply Color Street, I made a little video of my own personal Color Street journey, and I have that YouTube link to that video, and it's just how to get to know me. I have the little join my community, so they can go there from that. And then I also have the link to the opportunity group, so if they want to learn about the business, having it all there, one place, I can literally meet someone when we're allowed to go out in public, and like in the grocery store, and just be like brittanymetke.com, and every single possible thing that they could possibly want to know. Request free sample if I didn't have them on me, which you guys know I try to be really good about having samples on me. It's just all there. Does it sound like it's an overwhelming thing? It could probably be a couple hour project. what you would do, and I'm not tech savvy at all. There's YouTube videos on how to make Google Forms, and we do have a training in the Dream Team page. It doesn't have to be anything super, super fancy or elaborate. I've seen people have way more fancier ones than me, but they can all, you know, just make a couple Google Forms, like to request your samples. And then also, when you have it all there, you can also easily follow up with people that you've sent them out to. So like if you go, also, if you, and you guys can look at mine, do not claim sets unless you plan to pay for them. Just kidding. But don't fill out the Google form for a sample because I'll send them out. But like, you guys can see mine, because like in mine, it even asks them like if they, are interested in hosting, getting an affiliate link, which you guys know there's a good training in here about what the affiliate link, it's basically a party without actually doing the party. You just make a link for a customer. And then they can give it to their friends. So I ask them that. I ask them if they're interested, you know, in learning about the business. I ask them if they would be interested in doing a party. All of that's in my sample form. I collect their email, and now I can follow up with them, because it is kind of very, very pointless to send out and pass out free samples unless you have a way to follow up with them. And right now everything's online. But when I was out and about, and someone asked, this is all Vistaprint, and Vistaprint is doing really, really, really good like deals all the time, like every place is. So it's just my little logo, which you guys know, I got done by Designs by Mac, and I'm actually giving away a logo gift card for one person that's bonus qualified by the 5th. And I did that a month ago too. And so she made my little logo. She also made the Dream Team logo, which some people will be getting. Some cute little notebooks. I got like all kind of cute little fun little Dream Team. So anyways, but I got those made for me, my own personal brand, and then my team brand. So like it's connected either way, but that was all done on Vistaprint. You can do anything. They can make cups, they can make mouse pads, all that stuff. And they always have crazy, crazy good deals. But like just being able to have that easy place, and I do think that, you know, it's worth the time investment to do that. Like just set up a link tree or something like that and have it where you can put everything there. But I said like the biggest thing what I was trying to say is just like make sure your people on your personal page, especially now, how I know, and I've said this before, like I literally keep hearing people like say, what am I doing about my nails? I've seen a few of you do like great, and this is a really good idea, a good application, like not an application video, but a video on like how to take off acrylics. Like, oh my gosh, I know you guys are struggling right now. Like just offering that value, and then be like, okay, now I'm going to put my color street on. So many of you are doing a really good job, but like making sure you're not, we can do this on our personal page without being spammy and annoying, as long as you're offering value. Like, think of it this way, like, it's not like serious, like life-saving or health, but it does make people feel good about themselves, or else they wouldn't have been doing it. So you are offering a solution to a problem right now. Now, if we were selling masks, would you hesitate or even think for a second, like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to post about selling masks? You know, they're not at all. Like, that is a huge problem, and you would go out there and be screaming it from the rooftops. And when someone would say, hey, I need a mask, you would be right there. And like, obviously, Color Street nail strips are not on the same level of importance, but they do make people feel good, and it is a problem that people are having. Eyelashes. I've seen Roots, y'all. We're about to be seeing our real selves really soon. Like, who's seeing Roots? I saw my hairstylist post, like, she's actually, like, making up her own root kits. I saw someone offer actual, like, I have to look. I'm going to look on my Facebook and show it to you guys, but like it was actually like $10, and it had like, she put together in a little goodie bag, like the little soak that they use at the salon, cotton balls and stuff too. And it was basically like to help people take off acrylics or their gels. So like, that's just offering a solution and help right now, and everybody is online. I've literally seen people come out of the woodwork that I have not seen online forever. And if you are not talking about something divisive like politics or your stance on whatever, or like shaming somebody, because here's the thing, like, of course the big thing, we're telling people to stay home, but there's a lot of people that aren't able to stay home, right? That have to still go to work. So when we're like being so aggressive about it, like, and they have to, because, you know, like they're told they have to, or they can not afford to not work, and they're not in one of those states with those orders. When we're saying that stuff, even though we're not meaning it, we just never want to post anything that ever makes someone feel bad. And that's kind of, and let me tell you, I am very strongly opinionated in a lot of areas, and people that have known me for a long, long time know that. As far as, you know, politics or whatever, very, very strong. But like when I, you know, made this position to work on social media and grow my business online, I knew that it was so important for me not to exclude 50% of my base. And that can be within anything we say can do that. And it doesn't have to be with politics. It can be any hot button issue. Like as far as like even, you know, oh gosh, anyone knows like breastfeeding, formula. I can say like I am pro, you know, I nurse my children, you know, my last one till he was about 2 years old. I'm all for that. And I do not think anyone about, but like I would never say anything to make someone that didn't feel bad. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of less. And like right now we're about to go into election season. We're in election season. Everyone, you know, is watching the news, like to not make and you know what? That doesn't mean that we can't like believe our causes in our heart. It does not mean that I kind of look at it as this way, like I work my business and I can get extra money now to actually like go out and like donate to those causes. I'm going to do a lot more by being able to give to those causes monetarily than I ever could, you know, getting in a Facebook fight with people. And just learning from my own sanity that we can never change anyone's mind. And just always wanting to be like nothing. We can share as many articles as we want, cite as many people, show this and this. But if someone believes something, a Facebook argument, I'm going to say 99% of the time is not going to change their mind. Yeah, and that's true. Like Priscilla said, just like, or just like be kind of joking about it, like joke about both sides, you know what I mean? Like, but nothing to make anyone like feel bad. And like when we are posting, and I can say, and I'll honestly say, like when all of this first happened, I was uneducated. I did not know what it meant to like flatten the curve and stuff like that. That first weekend, like when everything started to shut down, like I had no understanding. So I had people like saying nasty things, and like that didn't make me feel good. Obviously, I would never want to do anything to hurt anyone. And so once I did my own research, but let me tell you, those people saying that nasty stuff didn't make me change my mind. I did it by like, obviously just watching the news and realizing what flattening the curve meant. And, you know, we have been home. You know, the first week was voluntary isolation because there wasn't a stay-at-home order. My youngest were able to go to preschool, but we still or blessed to have the decision to choose to keep them home. And I'm totally aware that other people didn't have that choice. And then like a week after, it was a stay at home. So we've been home since then. But you know, and like we can educate people on very important things without making people feel bad. It's kind of what I'm trying to get at. And I know I'm all over the place here, which is kind of going to be what we're going to do on a week. Just like ask me whatever's the hot button thing we can kind of talk and chat about. But like just always being light and happy, asking for suggestions, giving tips to people, like fun things they can do with their kids, easy meal ideas, you know what I mean? Just stuff like that. But always just be like, we're just, loving, caring. I'm so thankful, for all the medical people working here. Like my mom's an RN. Right now she works for Aetna as an RN, and she works at home. So she like does a lot of cases and stuff. And, but she's now at the position where they could actually call her in because we're supposed to get our peak. You know what I mean? I still do not get the first person who bought the kit. What do you mean, Christine, you don't get the first person who bought the kit? Well, I don't have anything going on. If you guys want to pop and ask me a couple questions, I don't claim to be a professional. I'm just kidding. The first person who bought the first TP. Oh, who started buying all the toilet paper? I was like, what are we talking about? Culver Street or toilet paper? I don't know. Toilet paper is still hard to find around here. What about for you guys? It is like, you have to grab it or like know when it's going to be at the store and stuff like that. And here they're actually starting this weekend to start like limiting how many people can go to the store. Which I'm kind of hoping will be helpful. Let's talk about conference. Super excited still. They're still planning on doing conference as of right now. Of course, the situation is fluid and changing, but I was able to, I got my plane tickets and it was, and right now Southwest is like honoring any if you have to cancel. So I grabbed them to Vegas. And like if they have to cancel, they have to cancel, but I am owning it and putting it out to the universe that we will be having a conference. Super excited. They're starting to pick like speakers and just like thinking about that gets me so excited to see you guys. I'm sure people will cancel. I know there's a lot of people on the wait list and stuff, so that's still going forward as of right now. And obviously the situation's but like from what I understand, like the whole lockdown stuff was to curb the influx of the hospitals when it reached its peak. So, hopefully I'm putting it out in the universe. Conference in July, Cancun in October for all you Cancun earners, and then I'm getting married in November. So we might have to do Dream Team bachelorette party for me. Michelle and Monica can get on that. That would be so fun. And like, so we're gonna think of all the other exciting things, like announcing next year's incentive trip, and it's super exciting. So what else was I gonna say? So porch pickup. Go on YouTube, watch here, get Google Forms, make sure your customers know that they can get anything from you if you want to. If that's how you want to run your business and do on-hand inventory. If you are still working on building your inventory, please make sure that you're taking advantage of opening a party under yourself and making yourself the host. So when your customers order from you, that you'll get those hostess rewards. My wedding colors are gray and burgundy. And as of this week, we did put the deposit down for the photographer, the cinematographer, that's who we're going to do a movie. Didn't know they did that, but we're doing that. And then the DJ. Yeah, so make sure, like, if you are trying to build an inventory, take advantage of being your own hostess. I try to keep my parties open until I, reach about $1,000. And then I close it, and that's like when I cap out of and then I can get tons of hostess rewards. But then when you think, when you sell on hand, guys, like, you already paid the full price. I'll show you guys. Okay, I'll show you real quick. So let me do this real quick. You already pay the full price. You get that 25% back. So then now you're charging people the full price. And maybe you don't want to offer them, I should probably be able to pick the $50 cash winners. Will probably be able to be announced tomorrow. My assistant is pulling out everything, so we should probably, by the latest, $50 cash winners will be announced Monday, hopefully by tomorrow. So yeah, so what was I saying? What was I talking about? And then also too, you guys, like, if you are new and you hit those jump starts, you're going to get product credit. And if you're not new and you're enrolling people and helping them hit those jump starts, you'll get product credit. So then you get that 25% back. You can sell the strips at cost on the website, and you'll definitely basically you already got the 25% back, and then so it's like you're making a really good profit. And even if you offered free shipping or you did do a couple sales to move some stuff, you're still going to end up making money, and you get that PV. I guess I'm going to show you real quick. So my sets are, I need to put some spring in there, but I'm going to show you what my fiance actually made me to keep my sets in. And because we did work on like organizing them this last week. So here we go. So look at the dresser. Nice and glittery. It's an actual old dresser. And then he put like these wood in there to separate. And then, so these are like clear overlays. And then we go to the glitters. And then I got Pacific Waters. And then so it kind of goes like that. I don't have every single drawer filled with strips. I don't. I have them like with catalogs, samples, and stuff like that. But I do try to have one of every strip on hand. And that's kind of how I was able to, you guys, like, I've enrolled in 2 years. Hold on, let me put this. I've enrolled in 2 years, close to 200 people. Many of them have hit jump starts. I have personally, and then they hit jump starts, and I hit my jump starts and closing out parties. So a lot of that, and then I do the I take advantage of everything. So, and then I just make sure I do events. Obviously I can't do any, but I do vendor events too. That's kind of how I started my business. I don't do as many as I used to, but I still have kept the really big ones. I do have people that come over and shop on a regular basis. And then even for like my online parties, I will offer strips out of my inventory and then just reorder under that party, if that makes sense. So like, because there was a while, like when sets are out of stock, and especially like right now when they're going to be, we're running kind of with a skeleton crew. Like if I'm doing a party and that set's not in stock, I can offer it, from my on hand and then just restock it and then place an order under that party so they get credit. This took me a long time, obviously, and that's just how it works for me. What's so cool about this business is you don't have to have a single strip. Obviously, you want some because you love them yourself. And I don't think and what I really love is so when I am out and about, obviously I don't leave, but I do always keep this handy dandy in my purse, and I put the most popular strips in there. And so when I can offer a sample, which does have my little sticker, I always make sure that I can show them what is this one? Total Seltdown. So I can just show them what it looks like, because they don't get the full effect when they look at the sample. So I'm listen, and this is it. And so this was my St. Patrick's Day, which I have not been able to leave the house since before St. Patrick's Day, so that obviously needs updated. But like that's kind of something that I always do when I'm out and about, so I can make sure. And then like I do have a Square reader that I keep, and I can plug it into my phone if someone wants to buy an on-hand set. And that happens a lot when I'm out like at appointments, getting my hair done out, you know, and I'm like, someone compliments my nails. If I have a few that I can show them, especially popular, like I can sell one or two. So I have my little Square reader that if you sign up for Square, they'll send it to you for free. And I do run my inventory and invoices most of the time through Square, because you can actually like update like how many sets and do the whole Excel thing and keep it all organized. But if they like don't have like cash or PayPal or Venmo, so like I said, Megan, you can sign up through Square itself and they'll send it to you for free. If you lose them, you can buy them at any major retailer. They do, make sure you use someone's referral link. I might have it in the announcements, because you do get $1,000 free of processing fees, because they do have a processing fee, which is the one downside. But I always try to give my referrals out because I do love how they keep it organized, like especially like at tax time, like they just send it to you like this is your whole thing, and it's just so nice and neat. And like being able to like send an a detailed invoice. I haven't played around with anything else. Now as far as shipping, I know, or we're just talking tonight, hanging out. Yeah, Square, you can put in like how many of every set you have in there, and it will keep track of your inventory. It's really cool. So like who like ships from their house? So I know we've talked about that. When I was shipping, I have to get a new label maker, which I just ordered. So I'm doing like just a bubble mailer. This one, oh, it ripped. But just like a bubble mailer. I had to do handwritten, old school, but I had stamps.com. A lot of people use PayPal, because PayPal will also help them with shipping and stuff. Let me throw that away. But what was cool is like being able to like package up a bunch of nail strips and leave it. Aw, thank you, Jillian. You can leave them like and schedule for your post office person to just pick them up. And it will print the label and everything. So that's like how I would ship out when I'm mailing nail strips. And I do think that whenever I did that, it's a lot cheaper than when I was going to the post office. Would you guys like that do that agree? That printing out your own shipping labels was cheaper? I feel like that was always the case. I think they can, like, because I have it's a scale and it just goes like that when I'm doing like a lot. You use Pirate Ship. Yeah, there's like Shipping Easy, stamps.com, PayPal. And if you are doing shipping, it's a lot. It saves you some money. And just always remember that those things it's a tax deduction, because we're running a business. So you still go to the post office. See, you can save a little bit of money, but also what I just love is just being able to schedule that porch pickup for the next day. And then they just come and pick it up. And so it makes it a lot easier when you're shipping and stuff. So yeah, see, it is cheaper to print out your own envelopes. And just all that extra stuff is like, and then also what else? Make sure if you haven't, you've ordered new catalogs and you're offering those new catalogs. So you can do a couple ways, Alicia Ann. I want to make sure I'm saying your name right. So you can get Avery labels and use an old school like regular printer, or you can, and that's what I was using for a while. And one of my children recently, I want to say it was Dynamo, D-Y-N-A-M-O. It was a printer. It was a smaller one, and it printed out like regular labels. So either one works. to mail out samples, I use a regular envelope and a, how do you guys, okay, so, and this is going to be full disclosure, I have Tuesday, like the accent nails that we buy in the back office, but honestly, I don't use those a lot for samples. Yes, Dymo. I don't, you guys want me to like, I have El Dorado. That is so retired. Early Blooms. These are like retired. You guys are gonna go crazy over this one. Who remembers Ice Castle? These are like perks of being an OG. So when we were organizing the other day, you guys, we found these. Look. LA Dreams. This is literally from when we first launched. Fashion Capital. First launched. Yeah, so I literally, when I was organizing everything, I found these. Arctic Evening. So, I'm saving these now for my group, right? So the twosies, I have those, right? But when I meet a new customer, they always, like for samples, I get these. These are what I give my new people. I don't use the twosies like to get new customers. I use those like for my already customers or like for party gifts and stuff. I think these are amazing. Already made from the back office. And so I literally just... So, but what I have done, so when I was at events and people would like use, I would take this off and they would use it and just leave the card. I have a little glue and I would glue on like one of my other accent nails. But this is what I mail when I mail out samples because it has the instructions. It has the instructions. It has everything you need. I throw in that one little file, a catalog and an opportunity if they're brand new. And that's what I send out in an envelope. And it will mail with one stamp. Yeah, it will mail with one stamp. Yeah, wanted to make sure. I want to tell you guys something wrong and then you guys hate me. Let me see what else I started doing that was fun. I got these off of Etsy, and they literally, so you get to like kind of, so when someone orders on hand, they can just scratch it and you get to pick what you want their reward to be. So like for these are all, I'll throw it in like someone and they will get 2 for $22 for out of my on-hand inventory, obviously. I also did free shipping, which would be, if they did online, I would just send them the $3 back through like Facebook Pay or free shipping from my own inventory. And then I also did scratch that I would send to people, which would be like buy 3, get 1 free online, and then I would give them 1 mystery strip from my inventory. And like I use these a lot like when I do parties and you send out my on-hand inventory just to kind of make sure they have a way, because it tells them like my Facebook group and everything, so they have a way to make sure that they come back and shop with me. So like just always making sure, like those are just some of my few tips. Trisha, I do. And then, like, I don't know if you guys use Hostess packets, but I also have, like, the Color Street folders, and I will send them, like, I'll ask them how many do they need. I do not send more than 10, but I also, like, make sure they're, you know, I talk to them. You can kind of tell how a host is going to be, am I right? Like, if they're going to be active or not. So, like, the active hosts, I do send them, like, they're also give them their own samples that they can pass out themselves when they, like, go to work and stuff too, and I give them catalogs and stuff as well. So it's just, you know, Katie, it was an Etsy shop. I'll look it up and find it, but yeah, I do, I'll post the Etsy shop on where I got those from. I wonder if ooh, here, it's on here. It's at stickerartdesigns.etsy.com. stickerartdesigns.etsy.com. And so what's cool is, like, you can you can do however, like, you can say, I want this coupon, and they put them all together, and then you just kind of throw. Yeah, Unicorn Smiles, I remember them too. And I know Unicorn Smiles has so many amazing stuff. I was just kind of up late one night and was just, like, looking for, like, smaller businesses on Etsy to kind of, like, support. So that's why I, like, picked them. So, but yeah, I know you can literally get them a lot of places. So I'm trying to think, like, but that's really, and then also, obviously, this week I'm going to do, and I haven't did this for a while, a mystery nail bar in my VIP. So, like, I will make one, I'll create a new party separate from the one that I have my customers shopping from, and then I'm going to actually run a nail bar in my VIP, and then, like, someone that participates in the nail bar, and I'll create a separate event in my VIP, I'm going to let them win the Hostess rewards, and I haven't done that in a while. I always do, like, separate, but I think it'll be fun, and then also, like, I'm going to try to get, like, bookings from it. So what I send in my Hostess packet, Amber, is I just have one of those Color Street purple folders. I print out the wish list from Norma's graphic group, so she can mark it. I do send out one strip by my own discretion. I usually send out Tokyo Lights, honestly. And then, like, I actually talk to them and, like, kind of find out how often they go out. And I will send up to 10 samples. And a couple catalogs, and obviously always an opportunity brochure. But this is not for all. Like, you guys do have to do your due diligence on, like, not doing this for every hostess. And I learned this the hard way, because there's people that are going to say they're going to be hostess, but then they're not going to do much. And you can find this out by just having a conversation with them and seeing, like, how much work they do, like, what are they willing to do. So, like, if you have a host that takes a long time to get back with you, or doesn't even make, like, the sample, like, the post that you ask them to on their page, that's not someone that I'm going to spend, like, my hard-earned money and time to, like, make them a hostess packet and stuff. Will I still run a party for them? Yes, and give them that, but I'm not going to give them a bunch of free samples and sets and stuff. Like, and that's just me, like, being 100% honest as stylist to stylist. Like, I've learned that the hard way. And not everyone's able to do that. So I know that I can give a little bit more, but when I started, I couldn't do that at all, like, not to anyone. So I would just follow Color Street's Hostess Rewards, and I would send them out still the wish list, a catalog, and then I would give them some twosies. And, like, also I do like, try to incentivize my hostess with extra things, like, hey, I can give you a $5 Amazon gift card if you go live and apply the set during your party. just trying to do extra stuff like that. It's just about, being a little bit more picky because we are business people and this does take time that we're not, doing our other jobs or with our spouse or with our kids. We just need to respect ourselves and set up those boundaries, and people do take advantage of us. Customers, people that just want free stuff, always assume innocence and give grace, but also, don't let people play you for a fool and take advantage of you either, and that's something that it took me a while to figure out that, boundary, because some people will mistake that niceness, and just being sweet as being like a pushover. So you have to always think from a business standpoint when you're making those decisions, and from a business, and this is true, I did have to put a little bit more money in the beginning, right, than I was making at the time. So I bonus qualified, and that earned me $75. I put that $75 right back in, and I did get, make sure that I finally, got the business cards I wanted. I started getting, a little bit, to get more of a business structure. When I sold my sets in the kit, I didn't keep that money, even though I needed it. We were struggling. I put it back in and ordered, I think we were launching something, and I put it back in, and then so that 25% that I got from putting that back in, I may have used that for groceries. But when I sell my sets on hand, I put that right back into my business in some way. And then I'll use my commissions as kind of paying myself the 25%. And I know that's hard. If you guys watched even me sharing that live, how financially, struggling I was in the beginning, but I wanted to make sure I didn't even buy business cards when I first started because I just couldn't afford it after paying for the kit. But I did get on I had a computer because I was in school, and I typed up my website and instructions, and on a regular piece of paper, and I literally cut it out. And I put those in an envelope so I made sure they had my website and knew how to do it. But having, so it doesn't have to be so elaborate, but you have to do something. And then I worked really hard to hit my jump start so then I could have product credit to buy, the accent nails and start building my inventory. And that's kind of how it worked for me, and I think that's the most realistic way. But the biggest thing was just being consistent. I've had hostesses in the beginning where they've had $0 parties. I still ask them if they'll host again. And then every time it's a little bit better, and they still consistently buy from me. So I had to really shift my mindset on what it meant and what it looked like when I wanted to feel really discouraged in the beginning. And if aren't familiar with my story, I did watch a lot of people having these crazy sales and enrolling all these people, and I just kind of had to just focus on where I was at and what I could do and just make the best of it at. Yeah, your own business cards. There's a lot of free apps to do different things. Everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. Like I said at the beginning, I'm literally still working on how to take a good nail fee. I'm still not the best at applying solids, but I try, and I just try to use this extra, to not go crazy and try new things and try to perfect things and I try to collaborate, with things that I'm that aren't my strengths, and I know what they are. I know there's things that I'm great at, and I know there's things that I need to work on, and and just going from there. But just making sure there's a couple things I'm doing every single day, and if I'm not, I feel like I'm slacking. If I have not talked to someone and I try about the business opportunity every single day, I literally feel like I did not do. That's one of my minimums. Last month, I enrolled 3 people. which was a little bit lower for me, but I also know there were so many months where I enrolled nobody, and that 3 people are awesome, and it is about the quality of the person and not the quantity, and they're not, you know, and just like focusing on them. But I know that like I also didn't work as hard as I could have last month. I fully acknowledge that I did not do what I could have. And so thinking of that for me is, you know, it's a relief, because I'm like, okay, well, I can do different. I'm so horrible at organization too, Jamie. Like, that is something that I am so bad at. So I'm with you. It's just like, I'm not a numbers person. I'm not an organization person. I am a very, like, I'm a good idea person, and like that. I am so good with ideas, and then it's like coming up with the plan. I'm like, okay, I need someone else. So it was super fun chatting with you guys. I do want to do this like weekly, and I'll figure out, like I said, good idea, now how to implement it. Like, should I make like a Google Doc, or should we just chat? Because I do want to do a Zoom, because I feel like I'm like talking to myself a little bit, and I'd like it if, I mean, I'm reading, but I am obviously probably forgetting people. Hey, Nessie. Nessie was one of my new stylists. But I want to, like, you know, we have, I want you guys to be able to brainstorm and help me. I get my ideas from you guys too all the time. Like, seriously, like, I have messaged people in my downline. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so good. Can I use that? So, anyways, you guys have a great Saturday. Enjoy Sunday. We have the Opportunity Zoom call tomorrow. We have the event everywhere. The join group, this group, the official business page, because on the official business page, you know, it's public. So when you click going, you can invite people and stuff like that. So Monica is going to be doing it, which I'm super excited for her, because she added a couple things. Talk a little bit more about the comp plan. We're going to talk about that awesome award we got this week, which Mr. Park was actually supposed to be the keynote for that, but obviously things changed. But like the fact that we're number 38 for a global award off of sales is really amazing. If you guys haven't taken a second to look at that, like, we were 78 or 79 last year. We were 38, and we're only in the United States. Number one's Amway. Amway is like 700 years old, and it's everywhere. I don't know how old it is, but I know it's a really old company. And like, to be on the same like list close to them, like Scentsy was like number 22. Scensy's international, has been around like over a decade. Like, we only being not even 3 full years in. Like, if you don't know, like, you're in the right place. And let me tell you, if it feels like you're not, because things aren't going like you are, I promise you, if you stick around and, you know, do some of the things that we suggest regularly and consistently, it will pick up. Like, we're going to Canada, right? Red, check out the info is in the event of this group. It's in the event of the Opportunity group as well. So it's tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's a Zoom call. We do have it up to, I think, 500 or 1,000 people are able to come on. We do have a PowerPoint. So it's going to be really cool if you don't have to be on there if you're a stylist. It is kind of a cool way to learn how to present the opportunity and learn like certain cool points to hit. But, you know, it's a great place to invite people that, you know, are interested. Martha, before the end of the year, we are going to Canada. Well, you know, Corona can change anything, but that was the plan. Like, so this year, obviously, I don't know anything extra about that, but that was the plan. But I am so hopeful. I was kind of bummed out, but I'm feeling very, very, very hopeful about how things are going to be happening with the virus, that everyone's going to listen. We're going to stay. It's going to peak. And then everyone will slowly be able to go back to normal. I don't think anything will be normal soon. I think, it will still be around, but I think they're mostly worried about the hospitals, and that's why we're kind of keeping the stay. And like, we'll have conference, and we'll have Canada, not Canada, we'll have Cancun in October. Now I'm thinking Canada because of this. So like, just no, yeah. So, and just, they say it in the newsletters, we cannot openly like sell or anything in any other country. So just keep that in mind as far as we know we're going to Canada. But right now we're not able to sell. We're like in the middle of legal works, and like we could get in trouble. Well, actually, Canada's not taking any mail right now from the US, so we're good in that area. Our leaders are kind of bumping heads right now, if anyone pays attention. So hopefully they resolve that soon. Anyways, it was a good, fun Saturday night. I really enjoyed this. I'll see you soon. I hope I'm going to be scrolling for those posts on your personal page and loving them anytime I see them. And you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Bye.